Okay, so nobody's getting the truth from the mainstream media, folks. It's well past time to open your eyes, your ears, and your mind. Do your own research because something isn't right here. And if you can't see that, you are not paying attention, folks.
It's the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order. A world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations.
So let's look at each one of these and see how we can get this down to zero. Probably one of these numbers is going to have to get pretty near to zero. Now that's back from high school algebra, but let's take a look. First, we've got population. The world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%.
The important message that we need Australians to get vaccinated as quickly as possible. In line with that, I do encourage all Australians to please go and book your vaccinations as soon as you can if you haven't already done so.
Emma, get away!
When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
Okay, we need to stand up against this tyranny, folks. Stop giving away your freedoms and liberties, because the more you give up, the more these people will take until you have absolutely nothing left. That's their agenda. All right, good evening, people. Again, hump day, wacky Wednesday, whatever you want to call it. It's pretty wacky out there, but yeah, we want this show to reach a few people. So we just prayed in the studio before we started, guys, and I'm just going to start in prayer again, okay? So, Lord, we just want this show to go out to people, to show them the attack that we are under. The Christians are going to be persecuted, Lord, and they've just showed us exactly what they want to do. So in your name, Father, we just ask that this show gets to a massive reach, Lord. All right, we need a massive reach for people to wake up to what's going on, to come together as your army, your church, you know, and move forward in your name, Lord. So we just thank you for that. And yeah, we thank you in advance that you will do that. Amen. Amen. All right, guys, this is serious shit, man. It's going down. All right. You know, you reject the New World Order about 4 days ago. I think the Slovakian Prime Minister. And now again, we're finding that the security detail wasn't in order for some strange reason. You know, and here he is, I think 3 shots, and yeah, he's in a critical condition. I don't know too much more at the present, guys, but they are, you know, in panic mode. All right, this is what they got to do. 4 days. 4 days. Mate, I tell you, it is getting crazy. Right, I want to throw out a hi to Paul. I met him down here today. He was just hanging around down the harbour, and yeah, had a coffee, and I was meant to meet him. Because, yeah, I don't usually done what I did when I come in the harbour, which was take my car down there and grab myself a hot chocolate. I usually walk. But I was coming back. And anyway, I ran into a nice bloke from over the Highlands, yeah. So thanks to everyone who's just out there doing their bit, guys. All right, this is what we need. But, yeah, we got to let people really know what's going on. Now, again, Harley Davidson's gone woke, guys. Harley Davidson has now gone woke. The next test case. Well, from what I hear in America, all the boys are going to Indian and they're dumping Harley. So very, very interesting. All right, they've picked Harley Davidson now. That is one massive, massive thing to pick to go woke. So I'll be very, very interested to see how that comes out. We're going to go into a bit of the Olympics tonight, guys, all right, and just show you what is going on. A lot of you may have seen things, and a lot of you may have not. But let's just start with a few things that are going on now. Isn't it funny that the old Melbourne Legionnaires outbreak down there? How many cases now, you reckon, guys? They love their numbers, don't they? 33 cases. Now we're back to COVID. You know what I mean? Just like, getting their satanic plays out. This Tony Burke, the immigration minister, he's already had this portfolio, as I understand it. He's obviously been paid to come in, guys, and probably ramp up the immigration because, as I said, the New World Order is in panic. We're seeing things around the world. People stand up. We got Britain now going off. We got a lot going on, guys. All right, and I just hope this doesn't come to, civil war and unrest everywhere, but that's what this New World Order is pushing for. And they are certain getting a reaction out of some people, but why wouldn't they? But the good thing is we got some police and other people that are coming over now and actually like standing with the people. So, this might be the turning point, guys. We don't know. Now, a few Labor ministers withdrew from the Australian Financial Review Summit due to 9 journalists' strike. So what they're saying to you is, guys, because their little puppets weren't there to put out the message that they wanted, all right, and they're shirking it. They weren't here. They're like the Illawarra Area Health Department with me, Ryan Park. I send him stuff, and he can't even return. Didn't even get a return. Didn't get a sorry your dad died, Dave. Local kid he is, Ryan. Nothing. Nothing I got from the emails that I sent. You know what I mean? These guys just want to ignore you. Well, these guys are a bit the same. All right. So, yeah, they just pulled the pin, blamed the Australian Financial Review, but they cancelled the event, not them. But it would have been the Labor Party members that, without their little puppet 9 journalists there, they weren't prepared. They got to get their story out right, guys. This is what they're doing to you all day long. All right. All right, universities. Now, I saw this coming a while ago, but mass cheating through AI puts the integrity of Australian universities at risk. Okay, well, the integrity of Australian universities, I'll just remind you, have been at risk for a long time because all they are is indoctrination and bullshit. So, again, you know what I mean? We don't care about your universities, people. Mate, you'll learn a lot more just going and hanging in nature than we'll going to... Now it's heating up in Queensland, guys, with this opposition leader, right, who cannot run because he had this David Christofouli. They're giving him a bit of a caning, and that's good. Doesn't matter where the caning comes from, even though it's coming from the same wings or the same bird, different wings. But, yeah, cane him. All right, the guy can't do this, mate. You and I done this, guys, we'd be in trouble. But these people can just get away with what they want. They go and get a job in politics, and the renewable fight's still on everywhere, guys. We got to try and beat this because it's just absolutely stupid. And then we've got the hospitalisation soar as health authorities hold crisis meetings. Well, you should have held your crisis meetings in 2020-21 and actually done a bit of research to find out that everything you were doing was a play for the New World Order to depopulate and make us people and other people as sick as what they are now. And people... start looking after yourself. All right, everyone's out there is getting crook. I've told you what it's all from. All right, it's you've got to look after yourself. Okay, that's what this is all about, guys. You know your body. All right, and you need to really start getting healthy, getting this crap out of you. Getting the parasites out of you. The spaces I'm going on, guys. The things I'm learning, everyone's full of them. Absolutely full of them. So I suggest that you all get onto it. All right, because the more that they bring with their electronic radiation, the magnetic shit, right, and all this stuff, all right, the worse the effect will be on you with these things, right, putting inflammation. That's what the parasites do. They put inflammation in your body, and inflammation turns into what? Disease, discomfort, and then what they call disease, all right? And this is what's happening out there, guys, all right? So, yeah, let's look after ourselves. Yeah, freezing up there, Jeffro, is it? Thanks for the heads up with, the Balfours too, mate. But, hope you're doing well up there, Jeffro. Good place to be, mate. You got yourself set up there. It's, it's good to see people doing it. We all need to be looking after it. Jeff's a perfect example, guys. He's up there. He's gone to the country. He's grabbed himself a couple of acres or wherever out there, and he's growing his own stuff. He's got his own, stock. He's an ex-butcher and or chef, sorry. I think, from memory. Yeah, chef, sorry. But yeah, this is what we've all got to be doing, guys. And I'm telling you, anyone up around his area, if you know him from on the show or anything, great guy, mate. Why? Because he comes from Bellambi, Helltown, where I come from. All right. And we are nice guys. All right. We might have grown up rough, but to tell you what, you know, we're all decent blokes. So yeah, cheers out to you, Jeffro. All right, Cazzo, come in. Let's get on the show while I'm ramping people up. Now, listen, for anyone in the Illawarra, also, East Coast Automotives, guys, I just want to let you know. All right, if you got any little mechanical jobs, you need a rego, all right, anything like that, mate down there, he's moved from the garage down to a new premise. So I'm giving him a plug because I love him. He's my brother, and he's been looking after me and Mel for years. So, yeah, anyone needs any work done around the Illawarra, guys, East Coast Automotive in Pioneer Road down there at Bellambi is a place you could go, and I can guarantee you'll be looked after. All right, Caz, let's go. Promotion's finished. Unpaid promotions.
Very good. No, well, we're going to start promoting Australian products so people know what to buy, because we buy our own stuff, like from, you know, we buy our own good quality stuff. So people often ask us anyway. So we're going to start actually giving them a plug. All right, let's kick it off. First of all, British Civil War. This is what was going on. So what actually happened was there was these three girls, and they kept it quiet. They tried to keep it out of the media. So these three young girls, they were 6, 7, and 9, and they were stabbed to death by an asylum seeker in Southport, UK. So riots basically have broken out in Southport, and the police turned tail and they ran. Now, what happened was Tommy Robinson, he's actually said something really good about that.
Before anyone starts condemning the angry English men up in Southport, ask yourself this: what do you fucking expect them to do? Yeah? What message have our police force sent? They run away in Leeds. You run away from the Romanians. You've got your dogs out tonight on the lads, haven't you? You run away. What message do you send when you said there was no evidence against the Muslim lads who kicked the fuck out of 3 police officers? You said there's no evidence and you let them off because you were shit scared because they get violent. So what message have you sent to the British public? You're going to bring total anarchy to this country because you're basically telling people whoever's loudest, whoever riots gets heard. Well, the British need hearing. You've allowed people into our towns and cities that are raping their way through our towns.
We'll leave it there. The full video, of course, is available on the website.
Caz, do you know where he is? Did he abscond or what? I haven't had a chance to catch up on it, but do you know if he's he's out of the country or anything? No? Okay.
No,
All right, maybe someone will know. Shaz Dolan, you need a builder. You're going to be a bit careful here, but yeah, sort of giving away where you are and that. But if you give away a vicinity, you know, like Central Coast or Rivers or, you know, the Northern Rivers area or something like that, maybe there's a builder out there, mate, that'll put their hand up and contact you. But yeah, this is what it's about, guys. Help each other out, man. Seriously. You know, it starts here at home.
So now what's interesting is Cliff High's webbots for years have been predicting this. They've basically been predicting these exact situations. And so what's happened next, of course, we've got a new pandemic is feared as UK officials declare a level 4 bird flu outbreak after virus jumped from cows to humans. Okay. They got the people basically up in arms about what's been going on with their daughters. And now suddenly, to lock everyone down, there is a very convenient pandemic again. I'll let you draw your own conclusions on that one.
Yeah, hopefully they don't fall for it, Caz. And I think a lot of people are not going to fall for it. You know what I mean? There is just too much going on that, you know, I don't know. I hope not. Yeah, I just hope Tommy Robinson's okay. It looks like he's okay there. He doesn't look like he's under too much stress or duress, and that's just a very recent video. So.
Well, that's right. Now, also, you've got the situation in El Salvador, and the people are rising up. And Maduro has declared an investigation into his opposition, and basically says that they should be arrested for winning an election against him, of course. So where's that? No, there it is.
Yeah, this it's going down. A lot of countries.
Yeah, so Maria Corina Machado, So yeah, they've basically people are demanding her support. Now there are some instances where the army has joined, and 2 generals have come out and said that the army needs to hand over their weapons to the people or lay down their weapons because they're not to fight their own people. And it's very clear that Maduro lost. So, but the army, of course, is not all united. It's all very divided. Also, in other news, we've got this situation. Ford is trying to patent a way for its cars to report speeding drivers to the police.
Unreal.
Isn't that great?
Technology gone wild in the hands of the cabal.
Exactly.
You've seen how infiltrated they are into our systems, guys. You know, everywhere you turn around, you know, you're going to see something else pop up. You know, it's just what they do, you know, and we're in a real critical stage, guys. All right, real critical, as we're seeing from other countries now. All right, you know, we got them crapping in the streets. We got them crapping on beaches. You know, the only, 7 Mile freshwater beach, you know, and it's just full of Indians, you know, crapping on the beach. Like, how dare they come to someone else's country and do this stuff? But this is exactly all by design, guys. All right. Cops are running away from them. Yeah.
As we're going to see later on, actually, we're going to pull up the academic papers that actually state it. So, all right, let's have a look at some of these Olympics and let's just have a breakdown of it.
This represented Joan of Arc. A dark, mysterious hooded figure riding a dark, mysterious horse doesn't represent this? I mean... And you're telling me that this right here didn't represent this? Because, God, they look really familiar, don't they? Gotta love that headdress too, right? And you're telling me that Snoop Dogg, that just so happened to carry the torch to begin with, wearing this, has nothing to do with it either? Oh, because he's the goat of hip-hop, supposedly, right? Supposedly, the Olympics said that the performance was an interpretation of the Greek god Dionysus to make us aware of the absurdity of violence between human beings. Violence that definitely wasn't created from a certain deity that aims to mock religion, right? You know, it's funny, so many people are trying to say, oh, well, this is Dionysus and the 12 Olympians. Dionysus wasn't even officially confirmed as an Olympian. And even if he was, and even if that was an interpretation of the 12 Olympians, it has nothing to do with the Olympics to begin with. And even if this did somehow resemble Joan of Arc, right? Does anybody even know the background of Joan of Arc? Kind of like how they made a movie for Napoleon, and then have him shooting at the pyramid in the movie. Is it all of a sudden okay to put your own takes on history? Oh, I forgot, it's a movie, my bad. A movie based on a historical character, but you know, whatever. This entire night was just very confusing, was it not? So many things made absolutely no sense at all. I mean, they literally raised the Olympic flag upside down. Oh my God. Hey, but Palestine showed up, right? That was a beautiful sight to see. But regardless, if you just so happen to think that this was a work of art, you might want to rethink your reality.
All right. So do you want me to play the next one, or do you want...
Yeah, let's knock a couple of them, out, Caz, and then we'll...
I know that you want to comment on, so...
Fine. Dinner and a show. This is as satanic and sadistic as it gets. You can see them lift the lid off of a dinner plate and then exposing a blue man. This blue man is a representation of a Smurf. A Smurf is a child that unalived. That is why they're blue. The 2024 Paris Olympics are an absolute fucking disgrace. This is going to be overlooked by everybody, but I will tell you what this represents. I just want to say, first off, no, I don't care what you identify as. That makes no difference in the matter to me. And we're just going to overlook this sacrilegious recreation of the Last Supper. But back to the blue man. When I first saw this blue man, I was like, oh, that's weird. But it stuck with me, and I was like, what does this remind me of? Have you guys ever looked into the Smurf lore? Well, he is a representation of the Smurfs. Quick spark notes on Smurf lore. So fey creatures lure children into snowstorms where they unalive, and then mushrooms grow from these unalived bodies, and those mushrooms are where the Smurf people live. So as I was diving into this to just, refresh my mind on the Smurf lore, I found this, and now everything makes sense about this blue man.
The whole thing is, it's based on this, the homunculus, the idea that you can create a human life form without a mother or a father. So,
Really? That's what the Smurfs are based on?
so
So Big Blue here is a representation of a homunculus Smurf. No, boys can have babies. Yep. You know who else is a homunculus? Baphomet. You needed any more confirmation? We got Snoop D-O-double-G walking the torch, rocking the ox chain. What do you think that chain is representing? This shit's just all up in our face. They're mocking.
They are mocking
They are.
us.
They are mocking the crap out of us, guys. And this is what I'm saying to you. What they've just done here with the Olympics is they've pre-programmed, you for their final assault, right? The start of their final assault on Christianity. You haven't seen nothing yet. All right, you haven't seen anything yet, guys, the way that they're going to come. All right, that's just been a little teaser what they've been doing to us so far. All right, now they've actually put it out there. Believe me, that was a message. This is what they do. Right, they've now told you that they are about to start mocking Jesus and taking out Christianity. Right, they were done the myocarditis shuffle and fell down dead on stage. You know what I mean? It's in your face, guys. All right, they are mocking us like there's no tomorrow. So get ready. All right, get ready. Put on the armor. All right, because we are going to come under large attack. They have to do it. They've got nothing left.
The thing about it
and this is their number one thing anyway. This is where they want to get rid of Christ.
That's it. Look, the thing about it is that Christianity is completely and utterly under attack. If you have a look at these statistics here, just so this is by the Cato Institute, and it's Christianity is the world's most persecuted religion. This is the new report, and it says that roughly USA figures that 360 million Christians last year lived in countries where persecution was significant. Roughly 5,600 Christians were murdered, more than 6,000 were detained or imprisoned, and another 4,000 plus were kidnapped. In addition, there are more than 5,000 churches and other facilities were destroyed. Now, if you look at the worldwide statistics on that, it is absolutely massive. So these are the statistics, the index of persecution of Christians in countries worldwide in 2023. And this is it. It's massive.
Crazy. And that's nothing to fear neither, guys. Australia play space on X 3 p.m. Yeah, okay, Melissa, thank you very much. Look, I've had stuff to do. I've got to try and get into them, okay? But yeah, we are, guys, all right? We're going to every day, 3 p.m., all right, weekdays. We're going to get in there and just have a prayer, have a conversation, all right? And yeah, we're here for everybody, guys, all right? It's the world. Although we need to concentrate in Australia, we need to concentrate in our communities. But I do believe that there's things coming, guys, right? God is going to move here, all right? And he's going to get people to move, okay? So I think we're getting to that time where, a lot of people out there are going to say enough's enough, and they've seen enough. We're seeing it happen now over in Britain, and we don't want to get to there. We really don't. But unfortunately, to get the awakening that you need, we are going to need to head in that direction, guys. And this is what I mean. I'm not putting out fear porn here. I'm just going to tell you the truth. All right. What they would like to see come down the track is not nice. Okay. But what do? You just fight on.
Right, so that's it.
We don't do religion. Exactly right. We're just Christian. Yeah.
So now what's actually happened is it triggered a response. This is the response from an apology from the Paris Olympics.
Never an intention to show disrespect to any religious group. On the contrary, I think that Thomas Joly really tried to really intend to celebrate community tolerance. That was his word yesterday. And looking at the result of the polls that we shared, we believe that this ambition was achieved. If people have taken any offense, we are, of course, really, really sorry.
Listen.
What a load of crap.
Man's debtor. And I'm going to ask you to do something right now. I hope this video reaches many, many people. And if you're in the USA right now and you're ready, you're coming up to the end of your subscription and you're ready to switch wireless providers, would you please consider switching to C-Spire? They're not sponsoring me to make this video, but I want to, something that's hit me really is this. These guys will have lost millions for what they've decided to do. Millions of opportunities, millions of eyeballs to pull out all advertisements. And yet they're doing it because they are saying, no, the Lord Jesus Christ is more precious. So as Christians, let's get behind this company and let's support them. If I was in the USA, I'd support them. So if you are, please do consider this.
And we need to
our USA viewers. Yep.
And we need to start moving our money to places which support our ideology, because they in their own writings, they said that if we did that, they'd have problems. They wouldn't be able to bring in their entrapment system. So now, let's just take a...
We had a comment up there, Cazz, about, you know, where this is all to wake up the normies, and it's a phrase about the white hats and that. Look, I agree. Don't you worry. There's things going down in the background, because this is why they're moving so hard. All right, because they are getting crushed in the background, right? And you got these minions out there that they don't want to give up their lifestyle. They don't want to give up what they've got. And apart from that, you know, the ones that are mucking around, they've sold their soul, guys. We've seen it. You've seen enough evidence of it. This is not fictitious. This world has been run by Luciferian entities for thousands of years. All right? Thousands of years. And if they were sacrificing children and eating them and drinking their blood and doing whatever they were doing thousands of years ago, why did they stop now? No, they didn't. They've continued on. They've got worse. They've got more. All right. And they've gone underground. It's simple. They've gone into other places. Guys, when we open up Antarctica and everything else, which I really hope we do, and what's really gone on here, it's going to be incredible. But, you know, this is, you know, just factual. The devil is coming at us very, very hard. Does that mean we you know, lose? No, it doesn't. It means there's going to be certain casualties, and the casualties are going to be in your face. Right, they will take out the big heads that are standing up, just like they did with the Slovakian Prime Minister. All right, all of a sudden, no, security detail just doesn't happen to stand up. Yeah, just like Trump's, you know what I mean? But I don't think the Slovakian one was any part of a play like Trump's was.
All right, let's have a look at this. Is just a reminder. Now, it is not just in other countries. There's also in Western tradition that Christians are under attack. So this pastor was basically... he was arrested for a church service. You've got this pastor here was arrested. Now, this is actually in Sydney, and he, Pastor Victor Trey, causing fear and alarm. He was exercising with his young family. BBC will never show you this, but this is a Christian priest who was arrested on charges of blasphemy in Pakistan. The Islamic mob attacked the police station, dragged him through the streets, and set fire to him. You've got Uttar Pradesh in India, and groups have complained about a Christian event accusing a pastor and official at St. Xavier's School of allegedly converting people. So police have arrested 16 members of the Christian community. A Christian pastor arrested in the UK for saying marriage is between a man and a woman. You've got Judge Alexander was arrested at his Catholic high school for believing there are two genders, standing up for his Christian values. You've got Derek Reimer from Canada, and he was thrown out of a drag queen show for kids and then arrested. You've got, now this is basically all the mosques in London. They were closed. They are closed, and they chose to basically block the pavement for Friday prayer. And someone's made the comment here. They have been told to do it and keep doing it, but a Christian man gets arrested in London for preaching and not causing any harm to anyone.
Yep.
You've got another Christian's been arrested in the UK for praying outside of an abortion clinic. You've got the case of Claire Brannon, who was in court being arrested and prosecuted. She was praying outside of the abortion clinic in Northern Ireland. You've got a Christian man in Pennsylvania has been arrested for reading the Bible. You got cops arresting Hamas, protecting Hamas thugs, are the same ones who arrested and this Christian pastor named Arthur Pawlowski for keeping his church open. Another Christian's been arrested for praying in the United Kingdom. So for praying, they got arrested for praying. This is outside the courthouse in Toronto. They are rallying for 75-year-old Christian grandmother who was recently arrested and jailed for witnessing to life of a Toronto area abortion clinic. You've got Christian pastors arrested and jailed, and churches burning. Yeah, and so you've got you've got this one as well. This Pakistani man, he said that Jesus is supreme. He was sentenced to death for blaspheming.
What do you say? We were told it was going to happen, and here it is. We're just watching it come on, But yeah, look, exciting times, guys. Watching God's win is going to be incredible, because like as we know, before every good place, before the dawn is the darkness, guys. All right, and we're going to go into some darkness. All right, it's only like 3 p.m. in the Arvo at the moment. All right, I told you we got a bit coming. We do not want to let it get to 9 and 10 p.m. at night when it is starting to get pitch black. We really don't want to let it get there. All right, but maybe we might have to go there to actually get to the dawn. I really hope not.
Well, the thing about it is, why is there such a war on Christianity? It's because the United States is. Yeah, no, did you want to say something?
Yeah, well, it just shows you how powerful prayer is. Look what they're doing. The people that are out there praying, it just shows you how powerful prayer is, guys, because they're the guys they're nailing. The people who they know are praying in the right direction get nailed because it works.
That's right.
They know it works.
Christianity also builds really strong societies. Now, Thomas Jefferson, in his writings, which I've read, and I lent the book to somebody and they've never given it back to me, so I'm really upset about it. But in his own writings, he talked about how the reason why the preamble to the United States Constitution and what they founded the United States Constitution on was basically biblically the Word of God, even though they said that church and state should be separated because they understood that when they become mixed, it's easy for somebody to take over, but they wanted the laws based on a biblical outcome. So they understood that evil was still going to exist, so they took laws necessary to restrain evil while giving people the maximum amount of freedom. But in his own writings, he said that they came to the conclusion that God is free, therefore man should be free because he's created in his image. Now, if you look at the writings of Carol Quigley in this book, Hope and Tragedy. So the story of this book is Carol Quigley was invited into the annals of the Rand Corporation to study the history, the real history. This book is the real history. There was only meant to be 10,000 copies to be distributed amongst the elite, and he left the plates at the printer and somebody stole the plates and printed them. Okay. And that's why we actually have this today. But in his writing, he says, thus the distinctive character of Western civilization rests on its Christian heritage, its scientific outlook, its humanitarian elements, and its distinctive point of view in regard to the rights of the individual and respect for women, rather than the material things such as firearms, tractors, plumbing, fixtures, skyscrapers, and all of which are exportable commodities. What it's talking about is it's not that which it's actually freedom. It's actually Christianity that creates massive wealth and prosperity because of the system that it brings in. It brings in a scales of justice. It brings in respect for women, respect for children. Okay. And it's all about equal before God and equal before the law.
Yep.
What it goes on to say here too is that these basis of Western ideology, these include Christianity, the scientific outlook, humanitarianism, and the idea of the unique value and the rights of the individual. So the rights of the individual also include property rights, which is the greatest factor in creating wealth for the individual. Now, here's where it gets really interesting, okay? So he's talking about here where the indigenous Indians of the United States, they were invaded, they were colonized. And he talks about basically what happens is to the imposing society is in the long run, like they can merge, okay, only if the invading society A is productive, can be made within a society itself, and can be fitted into the non-material culture of the importing society without demoralizing it. And then he goes on to actually note. So he notes this. He actually notes this. So they've all read this. So all of the people that are bringing in all of these people from different cultures by the mass, they know this. Okay. And it says here that they cannot be these elements generally provide the instruments for fulfilling the material needs of these people, but they cannot be organized into a functioning society because of the lack of an ideology and spiritual cohesiveness. So they already know. They're bringing in people that they know will not assimilate, and they're not meant to assimilate, okay? It's not meant to be cohesive. It's actually meant to create problems.
Yep, you're exactly right, mate. It's all by design, guys. They've had this design for a long, long time. You know, we're the underdog here. We're not, because we got... Yeah, go on.
Yeah. No, I'm just showing people. I always get email. I always get people DMing me. What book is that? What book is that? This one. This is the real history of the modern world.
So yeah, we're the underdog here, guys. You know, if you're sportsmen out there, I love me analogies. You know, we've come from 5th spot. We're not supposed to be in the grand final. All right, we were supposed to be knocked out in the semis, but they never got us. All right, we got our way from 5th spot, and here we are. All right. And we're the underdog, but guess what? We come through. And that's the excitement of this last stage of this war, you know. And I do believe that a lot of stuff's going down in the background, guys. There is there is generals, there is an alliance, you know, and people, you know, why is this still? Because they're ramping it up. You know, we haven't got the numbers that they've got, you know, really in the positions that are trying to do the cleanup. All right. They're doing strategic stuff. We've got people on the ground that are just getting let loose. I've never been setting this up for a long time. We've got now the what are they? I'm trying to think of their name, the Assyrians mob or something. But anyway, they've been told to now go out and go into combat with the cops. All right, they've been told to go out and pick up their guns. All right, the cartel members. All right, and start taking on the cops. This is where it's going to go to, guys. All right, they've got it all set up. All set up.
Exactly right.
You are God blessed that you live in Australia.
That's right. Now, like, just in finally closing. Now, I realize that everyone's a bit a bit odd about Nietzsche. I am too. But in Nietzsche's work, one of the things that he actually says is he actually defines something really interesting about Christianity, and that is love. And he actually says the most subtle artifice that distinguishes Christianity from other religions is a word. It speaks of love. So what he's talking about is that the Semites presented the world with hero epic religions. So every other religion puts emphasis on a hero, and we do on Jesus. But the thing is, with Jesus, what it is his message was love. And that's the thing that defines us from every other religion. So it's just really good to keep that in mind. So, yeah. So, but, we're at 37. Can I just quickly play this one, Dave?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
let's go.
Going viral, and not in a good way. Athletes are having a tough time with a food shortage and cardboard beds provided by the Olympics. One powerlifter posted a video showing how his bed was more like a chair. To top it off, France opted for an environmentally friendly cooling solution instead of air conditioning, leaving the rooms uncomfortably hot. As a result, teams brought their own AC units. Team Australia even went a step further, purchasing mattress toppers and extra pillows for their athletes, as one pillow was provided for each athlete. The closets provided in each room also left much to be desired. Meanwhile, surfers staying in Tahiti are sharing videos of their luxury accommodations, complete with luxury beds, private kitchens, and balconies. In contrast, the USA basketball team, consisting of multi-millionaire players, took one look at the Olympic Village rooms and decided it wasn't up to their standards. They collectively spent $15 million to secure luxury hotel and food options for every player and coach. Meanwhile, the rest of the athletes are left with no option.
It's unreal, isn't it?
$15 million. $15 million for one team. Coaches and players. Where in the hell are they staying?
Look, let's just get through the
15 players. 15 players that me and Mel were talking about this today. 15 players of their caliber. It's only $1 million each. They wouldn't blink an eye, mate. They're on $200 million a year, those guys. It's ridiculous. How can anyone get paid that much money to play the game you love? You should be playing it because you love it.
All right, so
Anyway.
look, let's just quickly play the events by Beck.
Yeah, Beck's got a show on tonight, guys,
First
at
up, we've got Mondays at
8
Mountains
o'clock.
in Sydney at the Governor's House. Every Monday from 11 a.m, Macquarie Street, Sydney, New South Wales. Following on from last week, Monica Smith is still in court. I think from Monday through to Friday, every day. You can watch on Zoom or attend in person in Melbourne. All details are at www.monicaversvicpoll.com. On Wednesday, 31st of July at 8 p.m, on Beyond the Deceptions, I'll be doing an interview with Pastor Paul Burton to discuss the upcoming court dates. On Wednesday, July 31st, in Glenrowan, the restoration of the Commonwealth. Bring back our rights, sack our privileges. Former Senators Rod Culledon and Len Harris at Lions Park at 11 a.m. On Saturday, the 3rd of August, at 10 a.m. to 12 noon, a forest has fallen outside the Northern Beaches Hospital. The reason for the choice of location is that this hospital still mandates COVID injections. If you want to work there, you have to have taken 3 plus the latest flu shot plus any other childhood vax that you are not immune from. Monday, 5th of August, 7 p.m. sharp at My Place, Rowville in Victoria. Community presentation, once again, from Leave Our Kids Alone with Craig Cole. Women Will Speak rally, Saturday, 17th of August, 12:30 p.m. to 1:30 p.m, Steps of Parliament, Spring Street, Melbourne. Due to the extreme left often counter-protest in these events, I would highly recommend children not attend, just to keep them safe. And last but not least, we have some important upcoming court dates for August the 19th at the Newcastle District Court for Pastor Paul, and August 26th at the Brisbane District Court for Patrick O'Dea. Get down to those if you can. There's another one in October 14th as well, but that's still a while away. Thanks.
Thanks, Beck. And also tomorrow we've got, there's also at the Federal Circuit and Family Court in Canberra, we've got someone there. So if anyone's around, can they please give some support to, I think it's Emily there. So, yeah.
And they're also trying to take down the TikTok videos, guys, of the trans boxers beating the shit out of the women in the Olympics. It's just disgraceful. All right, and they're ripping them down. So if you see them TikTok videos, grab them, blast them everywhere, absolutely everywhere, because it is just sickening, guys. It is absolutely. It's like me, taking Mel on. It's just. Oh wow, I said the wrong thing. Yeah, she can throw a punch too. She's just giving you a look like, what, you think you can do me, you old bastard? Anyway, I love your spirit there, darling. Hey. Anyway, I'm not talking out of school by the look of it, guys. Yeah, I better watch it. But no, it's absolutely ridiculous. It shouldn't happen, and it's just where we're going to, guys. So
you could try.
Yeah, I can try. No, I would never try. So yeah, they're backing you, Mel. Look out, Guru's too old, and yeah, look out, Shree's cracking up. Anyway, well, we might have to get some money going, but I'm not putting the gloves on with her anyway. I got video. I'll tell you what, I'm going to post a video of a boxing.
I like this one.
Our box, yeah. I got a video of Mel boxing. I'm going to put it on Twitter. I'm going to find it, and I'm going to get it up on Twitter. Yeah, obviously put out the back. Anyway, that's all right. It's not that cold yet. All right, guys. Just to finish off, right, and don't take me sarcastically, guys. I'm serious here. I watched the show last night after hours, and someone's crapping on about all us people, bar Topher Field, not having him on our shows. I've sent 3 messages now, guys. I can put them public, but I won't. That's not me. Inviting that particular person, John, on the show. So I don't know what he's going on about, but hey, the opportunity's here. You just got to come on here. This is a truth show, bro. So if you get asked any questions, you just got to answer the truth. I wonder that's why I haven't had a reply. I don't know, but I'll put it out there. Once again, public, you're welcome on this show any day of the week, brother. Okay, see you guys. Thanks. Have a great week.
All right. We are being taken out by a tribute to Nick Patterson, and it's called God Bless Banjo.
Now gather round, I'll tell you all about a man who stood up tall. His conscience will and let him follow what he knew was a lie. He was a lie. The This man was strong, fought round the world in ring and cage, answered when called, with blows and holds he made them fall. Everyone knew his name.
Hey, how knew his name?
Banjo, Banjo, God bless Banjo. A man of God in our family, with his wife they'd raised properly, placed down his gloves indefinitely, and taught the next in line.
Hey, the next in line.
He set about to strengthen the bodies, minds, and souls of men. The word of God he shared with them, the truth, the way, the life.
Hey, the truth, the life.
Banjo, Banjo, God bless Banjo. Then the rulers said a new disease would kill them all, and by decree none could work, leave home, or see their friends nor family. So Banjo saw a new fight now, he knew his rights, was on a bound. The old bill came to shut him down, but Banjo said no way.
He said no way.
Banjo, Banjo, God bless Banjo. He answered the call with his voice and actions to inspire the boys. The thief comes to kill and destroy, so wicked thou shalt bow. The rulers knew his name by then. They sent a bill to capture him, but instead it took them 20 men to bring him to the ground. Banjo, Banjo, God bless Banjo. They broke his body, then they break his will, but just as Paul, rejoicing still, for 'tis the will of God.
Hey, the will of God.
A cage cannot restrain the man who heeds the call in our Lord's plan. For now no glove, he fights with pen, workers of lawlessness.
Hey, lawlessness.
Banjo, Banjo, God bless Banjo. He wouldn't bend, he would not break. Romans 8 verse 28. All things work together for good to those who love God. As in the Gospel of John, the children of God overcome, for he is in them and greater is he than the one in the world. Banjo, Banjo, God bless Banjo. Banjo, Banjo,